when we talk about saving our Pro Tools session and closing it before we transfer our session, one way that we can tell if someone has done that is whether or not when they transfer the files, if they have empty folders like this, that's a good way to tell that they probably didn't save and close out properly before they transferred the session. And the problem with that is if you are working and you don't hit save, and then you go, all right, I'm going to submit my session. And for example, if I were to submit this folder right now, let me make a change in this session. So let's say I made that change. It's super important to my composition. If I were to then submit this folder right now without closing my session or saving it, and closing it will prompt me to save it. That's why I recommend closing it, so you know that it's the most up-to-date version of your session. If I have not saved it, then what's going to happen is I'm going to transfer my session. I'm going to be missing these edits that I have not yet saved. So I hope that makes sense. That's why we recommend going File, Close Session, and it'll ask you if you should save it. So we hit save, and then it closes out, and then we transfer our session. So that's really, really important to make sure that you aren't submitting work or transferring work to someone else that is however much time behind, right? It's like an old version of your project and not the current. So I do recommend doing that before you transfer a session.